And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me, say what? Mr. Rapid Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. How are you today?
Doing good. So episode number 1, What If? What if Captain Carter were the first? I've been looking forward to this series. I was a huge fan of the comic growing up. Always loved the What If comics. Now to get the live action series and then to kind of find out that this isn't just a what if thing. This is after the events of Loki and the multiverse happening. This is like the multiverse. Like this is things that happen during this show are going to lead into events of the next phase of the MCU with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, with Spider-Man No Way Home, which we still haven't gotten a trailer for. The movie comes out in December and we got nothing. But I think that's partially because I think some of the events of What If will set that up, so they couldn't release the trailer because I think the trailer would have spoiled episodes of the What If. So that's what I think, because you do have one where it's Spider-Man is a zombie hunter type thing. So there is a Spider-Man episode. So I think maybe we get the No Way Home trailer after that. I don't know. We'll see. So what are your thoughts? What do you got over there, buddy?
I loved it. To be honest with you, I love the animation. I love the action. There was a couple things that I picked up along the way that I am going to introduce a drinking game every single week. And this week's key word is dance.
Dance.
Every time they mention dance, you take a drink. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I got a whole page of notes, so as you want to progress through, that's fine. But yeah, obviously Agent Carter is Captain Carter, and Steve Rogers Iron Man. Is that what I'm getting here?
Not Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man, yes, kind of a.
He looks just like the
right?
first suit.
But the Hydra Stomper is what they call them. Is what he becomes, and essentially, and the thing that I liked with this is it pointed out the key part where the multiverse split it off, where the change happened, where when she was asked, don't you want to go up to the room? In the movie, she says, oh yeah, let me go. And the show, she's like, I'm good here, bro. And she stays down there, and that's what splinters off from the original timeline and where the difference happens. And the explosion happens, and she's going after the guy, and Steve jumps out of the thing. He gets shot. They got to hurry up, and someone's got to go in there. And the one dude's like, get in there. He's like, I'm not going in there. He's like, I'm a button pushing type of guy. I'm not going in there. And Peggy's like, screw it. I'm going in. And then she comes out thick.
Dude, she was a brick house when she got out of that damn thing. It was crazy. Yeah. She was like, she's jacked. It was like crazy. Like he was like, oh God, what a waste. The Colonel or whatever his name was, Colonel C-word, because he was such a C-word through the whole freaking thing. He was the only whip of this entire thing. Everything else I liked. I liked Captain Carter. I think she was great. She gets out. I mean, essentially she's doing everything from the original Captain America, just everything, done by her. But yeah, I loved it. I really did. A lot of action, a lot of animation, and thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, they got some quirky stuff in there. They did, I think, a throwback to Fight Club. They did his name was Steve Rogers, and there's a lot of interesting stuff, to say the least.
Yeah, and it's the other difference you have is you get the Hydra Stomper created because they get the Tesseract a lot earlier in this one, where they actually, Peggy goes and says, I'm getting it. They talk about, they have the reference to when she's figuring out she's going to go do it. Howard Stark's like, well, here you go. She's like, what is this? He's like, well, this was the outfit that you would have worn if you would have went on those Bonds, the tour and things like that. She's like, oh, that would have been awful. That's what Steve did the whole time, right? He went through and did the Bonds tour, so he already had the outfit. He had the shield all decked out, except for she got the real shield the first time, as opposed to in the movie, Steve, he gets that cheap shield, right? It's not even, I mean, it's a shield, but it's not like the shield.
What is it? Vibranium? Is that the metal?
Yeah. Nice. that you get over in Wakanda is where the vibranium is. But yeah, you get that. You see her just going in there kicking butt. You get Steve gets to be part of the action because he gets in the Hydra Stomper suit. I enjoyed it. It's a different take on it. It's a different spin. Instead of Steve being frozen in ice or her being frozen in ice, she gets stuck in the Tesseract for 70 years and comes back at the end. And she's like, where's Steve? What's going on? And he's like, oh, well, we won the war. You've been trapped for 70 years now. And she's like, oh, geez. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I like that, you mentioned they were recreating scenes from Captain America, like one of the scenes where she's kind of leading the way. They're in like a flying V, essentially, and she's up front with the shield, and the guys are all next to her with the guns, shooting the guns and stuff. So it was fun.
Yeah. Stupid jokes and banter galore. I had that put down. It's a lot of,
it's the 1940s, right?
It's not going to stop with this episode. It's going to continue. I guarantee it. That's just the way these shows go. It's just these little quips, and I don't know. In the middle of battle, they're having like little jokes and stuff back and forth. I'm like, yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, well, you got some characters like you'll get that with Spider-Man when you have the Spider-Man episode because that's his character. That's how he deals with things. That's how he processes with things. That's how he kind of keeps a level head with popping off his quips and things like that, his one-liners, and just trying to stay grounded, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, love the cast, the all-star cast. If you guys don't know who plays who, just go ahead and Google that because all the names are coming back. The Watchmen's dude, all-star cast, just go look it up and you can see who's all going to be in this thing.
Yeah, and you've got all the original actors reprising their roles. Haley Atwell doing Agent Carter, Chris Evans. You're going to get Chadwick Boseman's last performance as Black Panther. He actually voiced the T'Challa in this. So when you have that episode, that's his last performance. So that's awesome that you got that you're going to get that, just kind of a swan song, his last little hoorah.
It's going to hit you hard. It's going to hit you hard. It's going to get you right in the feels.
A lot of people, it's going to get in the feels for that episode, hearing his voice and hearing him portray. Now it's a different T'Challa. It's essentially he's like Star-Lord. That's the episode you're getting with him. What if he was the one who was taken away by the Ravager? So I'm curious to see how that episode's going to go. And when we get that episode, they saving that one for last? I don't know. And I haven't seen yet. I need to take a look and see how many episodes of this we're getting. I haven't seen a confirmed episode count yet, but I don't know that I've actually even looked for it.
I was going to ask because I was like, I didn't know. I haven't looked it up either. Obviously, they're all going to be released one episode at a time on Wednesdays. So this show, I assume, will go on every Wednesday about 9 or 10 o'clock and be released later. But yeah, looking forward to the next one, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be amazing, right? Because it's already amazing.
Yeah, and I've heard a few people that got early access to it, and they've watched the first 3 episodes. They said they're all awesome. They said they've loved every episode so far. So, hey, I'm on board. I'm kind of the opinion that Marvel is doing everything right, and I enjoy everything they do. Even stuff like, we've talked about WandaVision in the past. Was it a home run? No, but it was something different. They tried something different. They branched out. They took a different approach to it, and a lot of the events in that are setting up the future of the MCU. So
whatever.
Whatever, me. I'm gonna smack you when I see you later. Just gonna walk up to you, like, "What's up, brother?" I'm just like, psh.
You're gonna get tased immediately. Yeah, you get 2 thumbs up for this one, and we'll see how it goes next week.
Yep. 100%. Like, you got anything else to say?
Nah, man, just looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Hey, we'll talk to you later. Deuces.